So it appears that we've got some type of something running over something else. Fantastic, really. You know me. We just doing, man. I mean, what can I say? Except we live it. Good to go. Good morning. It is currently March 17th, 2020, and we're 5 days, well, I'm 5 days into quarantine because I started earlier than everyone else because big brain maneuvers over here, right? Wrong. Okay, this isn't a good intro. Let's run it back. Keep it synced up. It's easier that way. And welcome back. It's March 17th, and we are 3 to 4 days into quarantine. I'm not really keeping track, starting to go a little bit insane. Hoping you're enjoying the vibes. It's been a long 5 days already. Developed a GTA addiction, unfortunately. That's the way the cards go. Get played. So I think today we're gonna do a step-by-step guide for how to survive high school. So I had this idea where I see a lot of YouTubers who make videos about like,
oh, be yourself, be genuine, you know.
that's how you survive high school.
Don't forget, just be yourself and do
The X, what? I don't know. It's useless. That's why I can't think of anything right now, because none of it resonated with me because it's dumb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it back. And we're gonna do it for real. I have a comprehensive list, a definitive 100% list to make sure that you survive high school. And I mean in any scenario. I have you down pat. I might not be getting too hot, but I'm gonna make sure that you are. So we're gonna start on this list, all right? Number 1. Let me get it. It's in my notebook. We're being professional, right? Number 1. God, I wish this was mounted on something so I could read from this notebook. Alright. Number 1 in the ultimate guide to surviving high school. So yeah, if you couldn't tell already, there's no audio playing because my stupid dumb butt decided to put the notebook onto the mouse pad, which then triggered the recording to stop. So I lost, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes of footage. I'm pretty upset about it still, but here's some reactions of me crying about it after I realized that I wasn't recording for like the entire duration of the video. Yeah. I don't know anything. Just do anything. Because colleges love that. They're like, that kid did a thing. Except don't be a The audio stopped recording. Oh my. Yes. I did just lose a lot of audio. About 10 minutes worth. So I'm pretty livid. Oh, right. Yeah, whatever. Great. Hope you're happy with that. Alright. Number 1. Participate minimally. I'm talking minimally. Not to say that you shouldn't be participating, but what I'm saying is participate at a level where your teacher will notice, but you don't have to go out of your way to be Mr. or Mrs. Overachiever, top of the class. It's not necessary. Participate minimally. Once a class, once every other class. Point is, and it sort of funnels into point 1.5 for our guide. You earn the teacher's respect and subsequently their patience. And in doing that, later on in your high school or whatever academic career that you're following, if you're, let's say, less motivated or highly achieving as you were at the beginning of your high school career, it's fine, because the teachers will forgive you because they understand that you're both invested and interested in their class, which I think is a pretty valuable thing to have, so that they're like, all right, I see where he's coming from, I get it, he's been invested before, so give him a pass. Number 2, join like a club or a sport or anything. Join it, please. Listen, here's the rundown, right? Colleges love interest in anything. They want to make sure that you're not insane, like most Northside students are, considering that they will only do academically related things, especially just keeping their grades high, and then they'll go home and watch anime for like 10 hours.
I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait,
They think you're crazy if all you do is keep your grades high instead of, I don't know, go join an engineering club. Just kidding. Engineering club at Northside existed for one session and then ceased to forever. Leadership positions. Student council. Anyway, that's join a club. Number 3. All right, this one's a big one. This one's a big one for a lot of you Northside kids, so listen up. If you're smart and you get all your work done, play dumb with your classmates. If everyone knows you're smart and you get your work done, they're gonna kind of latch onto you like a little parasite, like a little filthy work not doing parasite. Don't let them know, because then you're the weakling. And they'll cling on to you and they'll be like, oh, did you do this assignment? And most of you Northside students have no form of assertion or the ability to say no. So when someone asks, hey, can you help me out with your homework? You're like, I guess I have to. You don't have to. And I'm going to make sure that you don't have to by making sure that no one will ever ask you by just playing dumb. Someone says, hey, you get that assignment done?
Nah, I'll do it tomorrow before class starts.
And they're like, wow, they're as lazy as me. I'll go ask someone else. And there'll always be another weak link that'll be willing to give up the homework. So just don't worry about it. They'll get their homework done. And if they don't, it's not on you because they were being lazy. Play dumb. They'll think you're dumb. You might even be a little bit dumb. But I'm not here to judge. I'm here to give some Papa Voodoo advice for the evening. So stay tuned for number 4. Number 4. This one goes without saying. Don't get intimidated by teachers. They're just people. They're tired, overworked. They're sad. We're sad. Let's build some common ground. A lot of them are pretty fun. That's the interesting thing with Dr. Loria, because all the underclassmen hate him because they don't sympathize with him, because they're not dead inside yet, like us, where we build that connection. Because, like, come on, look into his eyes and tell me that he isn't dead inside. Every day he has to come in, teach these shitty ass kids stuff that he's had to teach for the past 20 years. He doesn't have to care anymore, but we should care about him. This one's for you, Dr. Loria, and That's it. Just you. Number 5. All right. Number 5 is a little bit introspective. I want you to take a journey through your own mind. All right. I want you to understand something about yourself that most people don't for a long time. Check yourself. This goes out to freshmen. Actually, you know what? This goes out to everyone, but usually freshmen, because they ain't got to check themselves yet, because nothing's happened that motivates them to check themselves, all right? What do I mean? What does that mean? Check yourself. What does that mean? Take a minute to self-reflect, all right? Because most of us don't do that, and we go through school like an idiot until finally we do something that's so embarrassing or so stupid that we have no choice but to check ourselves. And then we grow up. That's the difference between freshman year us and senior year us. Something happens. Something embarrassing, something stupid, doesn't matter. Something happens. But if you check yourself, most of the time you can avoid a lot of the dumb shit and get to the smart shit. You know what I mean. What number are we on? Number 6. Number 6. This one is for people who kind of just want to like get through as easy as possible and not really looking for like the full experience. This is for just, you want to go to college. You want to get the hell out. It doesn't matter. High school, not important. Mind your own business. All right? And this isn't like a stern, angry, mind your own business. I mean, like, if you want to not worry about stuff, mind your own business. It makes everything so much easier. Just go through life with your own business, because it's already going to be hard enough to manage, and you don't have to stack on everyone else's business onto your problems, stressing you out, so then you need major life realignment, etc., stress management. Just mind your own business. All right, number 7. This one, a lot of people might not know. Take notes, even if you know you'll never read them again. But don't take a photo of the board if you know you'll never use it again. The reinforcement process says that writing things down or typing things helps enforce the lesson in your brain. But taking a photo of something you'll never use again takes up space on your phone, but you won't delete it because you think that you'll use it again until the semester ends, and then you eventually delete those photos. So don't bother with the photos if you're not gonna read it, or if you're not gonna you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Just write down things. Take notes, preferably on paper, but we're also destroying the environment. So pick your battles, but paper does help reinforce things better if you're going to take notes just for the sake of learning and not for studying later. I would do it on paper. Just take notes and try to pay attention to the lesson more than what's on the board. That's a pretty generic one. Not getting anything special out of that one. Number 8. Learn 10s and 2s, also known as Castle or whatever. Just learn card games. It's better than sitting there playing Smash for hours on end at school when you're bored and have nothing to do. Learn 10s and 2s, all right? 10s and 2s is a wonderful tool for not only entertaining yourself and your friend group, but making friends. Be like, want to play this game? And 2 out of 5 times at Northside, someone will be like, I know what that game is. Let's play. It's a fact. Learn it. Try it. It's fun. Ask some seniors about house rules, because they're kind of important. 10s and 2s. Remember that. Best card game ever. Have a deck of cards on you at all times too. Very big ups for making sure that people still like you. Learn what classes you should be doing homework in. Obviously, there are a lot of classes that have homework. And yes, in a way, you should be doing homework for all your classes, but it's important to keep in mind that sometimes the teachers will even openly acknowledge that they have to assign this, or if you know it, do some of the problems and not all of them. It's important to make sure that you're managing your workloads by cutting things out that are unnecessary or deemed unnecessary, not only by yourself, but by your teacher. For example, calc homework. There's a ton of it. Don't do all of it because there's no point unless you're really struggling. If you're struggling, make sure you're reinforcing your concepts. But if you're not, don't put yourself through it, especially if you're in a class where it's not checked or graded. For example, Thompson Calc. At no point do we have homework checks or anything of the sort. And if I'm familiar with a concept, I'll do some of the homework, not all of it. As long as you cover every concept in your homework and make sure that you're comfortable with each of them. Number 10. This is a big one. And it goes out to our underclassmen or juniors, I guess. I don't know. I still count them as underclassmen. Take upperclassmen or senior advice. You know what? Whatever. Only upperclassmen. Anyone who's above you. Even if you're a freshman and you know some sophomores. Take grade level above advice on what classes you're taking the next year. Don't just blindly choose something because you might hate it. I've done that before. It's not fun. Take advice. Ask anyone, literally anyone. You don't have to have ever seen them before or interacted with them before, because that's something that we're all down to talk about. What classes were good and which ones weren't. For example, big ups. No one told me to take philosophy. Took it. Amazing class. Fantastic. A lot of kids in there that don't care and obviously took it as a blow-off class. But if you're interested in philosophy or anything mildly related to that, take the class. Psych, another very fun one, and an AP class, which most people wouldn't take for fun. But Psych is one of the only AP classes I would take for fun if you're looking for a more concentrated, not as intensive version of Psych. I've heard Soch is very good for that, but I've never taken it, so no judgment call from me. That's on you. I highly recommend Psych and philosophy for junior, senior year classes. Number 11. Yeah, this is number 11. Go meet new people. It doesn't matter who or where or how. Go meet new people. I don't want to speak just to Northside because who knows what the scope of this video will end up being. But at Northside, people are so nice. You could, if you really wanted to, you could go make friends with I don't know. The social ladder doesn't really exist at Northside. We kind of just have pockets of niche people. But you could really go into any friend group if you're really willing to. Just walk up and be what's up? Spend time with them. They'll get used to you. You get used to them. You start mimicking their personality. Before you know it, you have a group of 8 people that all have the same personality and are probably some of the most obnoxious people in the school. Sorry to everyone that has to listen to us after school. That's our bad. Number 12. Don't take things so seriously. Because you can look at 90% of the things that happen in high school and it's why you mad? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. 90% of the things that happen, you're going to look at the next year and be why did I ever spend more than 20 seconds on this? Unless something serious is happening, which in that case, please take it seriously. And also take it to your counselor, because your counselor is great and they will love you. Specifically Miss Matthews. I don't know the other ones. I heard Morty's cool. Don't know him. Deep voice. That's all I know about him. 12. Please date casually. Please. I'm looking directly I'm not looking at a camera right now. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you. You know who you are because I'm talking to you. Date casually. Don't do this whole big thing where you're like, we're gonna get married. Because fun fact, you're not. I mean, you might. But like, the likelihood is incredibly slim. Obviously, you can be serious with someone, but also be realistic. But if you don't want to, once again, I can't stop you. Live your best life. Number 13. I'm pretty sure this is 13, so we're gonna run with it, all right? We already covered this one. The social ladder is a myth. It is. You'll be fine. That's a short one. We're gonna leave it short. Let me make sure this is still recording. Fantastic. Number 14. Ooh, here's another big one. Big information. Please, if you're gonna like, how do I phrase this? If you're gonna wear whack-ass clothes, please own it. It's so sad to see kids wearing something that they really like, and then it's like, oh, I am so sad because nobody likes these clothes that I wore one time and it took everyone super off guard. Start wearing weird things regularly, or set the precedent by wearing it on the first day. That way, no one will care and you can wear whatever you want. It's like, oh yeah, look, that person's wearing like some crazy ass shit. But that's normal, so I don't care. No one will think about it. Also, something that we learned in psychology that's pretty important for this is the spotlight effect. Humans think they're way more important in everyone else's eyes than they actually are. People, 90% of the time, don't care what you're wearing or what little things you do that like you think it's the end of the world, some massive mistake. People don't care. They don't care. Live your best life, chief. Number 14. Making it 15 now. Be friends with your counselor. 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 This is a stupid bit. Be friends with your counselor. That's it. These have gotten progressively weaker as we've gone along. So let's wrap it up. Number 16. Always be doing shit that colleges like. Because colleges do be liking stuff. And if you do the stuff that they like, they do be liking you. That's all for tonight, folks. I don't know what the point of this was, considering that everyone who's watching this video has definitely been through high school already. So, oopsie, my bad. Have a great one. My name's Jide Sanuga, and I hope you've enjoyed the 20-something steps to surviving high school. I think we ended in the teens, but 20-something sounds better. So, the 20 steps to surviving high school. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you after quarantine is over.